So I'm Maria Owens. I am a second year advertising master's student here at UT. Before coming to Austin and joining the UT family, I actually went to Louisiana State University where I got my bachelor's degree in mass communication. I focused on digital advertising there, and then I got two minors, one in Spanish and one in business administration. So I've always been a fairly creative person, inside of school, outside of school, but I also really like numbers. So when UT kind of presented the three tracks to me, it made perfect sense that for what I want to do and who I am as a person, that I kind of blend the creative aspects of Texas Immersive in with the insights and analytics aspects of the program as well. The application process, although kind of scary because your future in TXI kind of rides on it, it's a really fun experience. I created an immersive museum, an interactive museum, to kind of depict the life of immigrants going from one place that they called home to a new place, similar to the Van Gogh Museum. My concept used technology like large screens, large like big picture imagery, and things like that. My favorite thing about TXI is how interdisciplinary it is. Being a graduate student, we kind of stick to our little bubble of advertising, and we connect a lot with other grad students, but TXI has really pushed me to actually become friends with inside and outside of the classroom with a lot of people from a lot of different majors like computer science, RTF, AET, and it has opened my eyes to a lot of different professional realms, like different jobs that I didn't know existed, but also just has made me connect with people that like maybe think a little differently than me. I wasn't too deep into networking before coming to UT and meeting a lot of different people in a lot of different disciplines within TXI. So being able to kind of blend what I enjoy doing with what other people enjoy doing from different disciplines, whether that's in TXI or outside of TXI, just the power of connecting is a really big resource that I've learned to do better, and then I'm taking a lot of advantage of. TXI has actually helped me a lot professionally in the short amount of time that I've been a part of it. Last semester, we had our first guest speaker in our audience dev class, and it was someone that Erin had a connection with through like past experience and past schools, and I listened to what she did and how she kind of went from point A to point B in her professional career, and I was like, wow, like I really want to do that. So I was able to actually work with her this past summer. Another really cool experience that TXI kind of brought me into last semester was Build Fest, which is the concept was to make a hackathon seem less scary because I never would have done a hackathon. But luckily they put on the event, and from that I was fortunate enough to use Snapchat spectacles to create an experience in the health field that kind of solved a problem in the health field. And Snapchat really kind of pushed us to send our demos to them, just so they could kind of see what we had created with their hardware. And from that, my team was invited to continue to create through the Snapchat Creator Program using the spectacles. And kind of from that one connection, through that one experience, I was then kind of put into this community, and I was invited to Augmented Reality Expo in Santa Clara this past summer. And so from that conference, I met a ton of friends, made a bunch of connections, learned about technology I didn't even know existed, and learned about a lot of use cases that I also didn't know existed within the world of augmented and extended reality. Immersive to me is bringing the storyteller and the audience together in any experience. So having that interaction and making an experience more active So active participation, communication with the audience. So my personal favorite immersive experience that I've done is one that I actually helped make come to life, helped build last spring in the Dive student organization. We created our own smaller version here in our lab of dining in the dark. We called it Diving in the Dark since Dive is our student organization name. We created our own menu. We got the food. I went to HEB and got all the food, and then we invited people in the lab, turned off the lights, and then had them experience what it was like to eat a meal without, the sense of sight. And even though this is a playoff of a larger scale experience that is offered here in Austin, it's really expensive, and it's a long wait list to do things like that. So to be able to invite people from campus and people from TXI to kind of have that experience without those kind of barriers of financial and then like just accessibility of the experience, being able to invite them in and still be able to dine in the dark. TXI has taught me to really think kind of outside the box. It has pushed me creatively, and it's taught me to think about things that like I never really thought about in terms of experiences such as onboarding and offboarding, which is something I learned last semester. This program doesn't just live on campus. It really becomes part of your everyday life. You go through experiences differently, you browse Instagram differently, you visit websites differently than you did before the first class, and I'm sure that my experiences will continue to grow into the second and third class that I'm now in and going to take. And you also just make incredible friends through this program. I'm friends with people that have completed the program, that are in the program, and I'm sure I'll continue to make friends that have not yet applied to the program, because it just really is that interesting, and it's really the future of where advertising is going, which is my graduate focus, and really just like where the world is heading.